If you have seen my video last week, you will know that I will be doing a Printify review for my Shopify store. I am so excited to be doing this video for you guys this week, and here are my thoughts on the Printify service for Shopify. So yeah, let's jump straight on into today's video. Take a breath, because I have just filmed a video before this and I'm kind of like, I'm out of the way of being on camera these days. I've been doing a lot more voiceovers, but anyway, that's neither here nor there of this video. So I will be reviewing the service Printify. So if you don't know what Printify is, it's basically this online print-on-demand service for Shopify. You can integrate it with Etsy. It's basically a software where you can design products with the likes of prints, tote bags, you name it, like mugs, stuff like that there. And it's basically where you can do this free of charge to get products printed for your online store, where you don't actually have to fulfill it. I believe the process is called drop shipping. So I'm going to let you know my thoughts on this particular service, because it did take me a while to learn and to get myself familiar with the whole thing. So yeah, so basically you will log on to Printify and you will be met with a catalogue of products that you can do for your Shopify, your Etsy or your online store. It has a lot of integrations that you can have on your store, and for me personally it was a little bit daunting to use because there was just so much there, and I think you can get a little bit carried away with the amount of products on there. I know for me, like I'm looking to maybe do like prints in the future, but you know, you just have to sort of segment into what has worked in the past and then try and continue on that trajectory, but then also look into new products. But anyway, but yeah, the design interface itself was quite easy to use. All you really had to do was upload a photograph onto the little library, which will save for you, and then really you just put the design on the tote bag sort of interface. And that's pretty much it. You save your product and then you publish it, and then that then goes onto your products on Shopify, and then that is live on your store. And they do all the mock-ups for you. They do a mini description of the bag and just the dimensions and the fabric and stuff like that there. But yeah, like, you know, I just don't have time to be sitting down waiting on the iron to heat up, or I don't have the means to go out and to have bags printed and shipped and made. No, I just don't have the time anymore, unfortunately, you know. And I don't really have the mental capacity to sit and wait on an iron to heat up, and if the design goes wrong, which happened to me plenty of times, one day. I will leave a link in the description for you to go and check out my collection of biblically accurate angel tote bags. I love these wee tote bags, and this one I did use and it is well loved. It is a little bit wrinkly, I do apologize, but yeah, this is the, I don't know if you can see it there, it is the biblically accurate angel tote bag. Very nice. And yeah, I actually did use this tote bag when I was away on holiday a few weeks ago, and I have to say, now the quality of this little material, it is a very, very light cotton material, and with the stitching of the handles and stuff like that there, it is very stitched in there quite well. I don't know if you can see that right there. And then obviously the print on the front of it as well. Now, I did put a lot of stuff in this bag, I am not going to lie to you. I bunged this bag up with books and my Switch and everything else, with my iPad, everything into this wee bag, and it took it quite well. I was a wee bit afraid of the bag ripping or tearing with the amount of stuff that I put in this bag, but it is a very light cotton. And yeah, I have to say it was very, very good quality. I'd probably give it about a 4 out of 5 for the quality, with my only sort of concern being with the actual print on the front. Now, I was impressed that the fact that this print was actually on the bag. I definitely didn't know how the quality of this was going to be. So yeah, I am impressed with the print. You can see it a lot better on camera. It looks a lot better on camera, to be fair, whereas in person it is a lot more of like, I guess it's sort of like a wash of colour really. It is still nice, but I do feel like, you know, you can see it on camera, but like in person it is quite sort of a little bit more faded design. Like, you know, you can see like the white on here as well, but in person it sort of blends into the fabric, which is okay, you know, which is good. But you know, I wish that the design and the print could have been just a little bit better, you know, just to have the actual white of the design front and center. But however, it is still a lovely tote bag. There are a lot of vendors that do use tote bags, so I would be very mindful of where your store is. If you do have a Shopify store or an Etsy store, I'll just be very mindful of where you're purchasing, where you are sourcing these tote bags from, because you know, shipping could be a big cost to get these products out to your customers, and then that can be turn them off if the shipping is too much money. But anyway, I do like the fact that, you know, it is easy to use, especially for someone who has maybe never designed before or anything like that. There is very easy to use. They have like stock images as well, so like, you know, if you maybe aren't maybe inclined to draw like myself and then upload it onto the interface, you can use the images that are already there and you can make up your own designs, which I think is very, very good. And the service itself is free, which I was quite surprised, because, you know, with these things, like, you know, they do cost money, and, you know, I was quite surprised that this service is actually free. But the only thing that I really had to pay for is if I wanted a sample. So that's one thing that just to be aware of, you do have to pay for your own samples. Like, I am waiting as we speak on the greeting card sample, which didn't make it in this video unfortunately, but you know, I will be putting up my thoughts maybe one day or whatever to see what I thought of the card and the quality, but you know, I think it should be okay. But anyway, but yeah, I did sort of struggle to create the greeting cards that are going to be live on my online store. It did take me a while to learn the suppliers and just, you know, where they're coming from, and you know, even to like get like specific products, because I did want originally just one greeting card, but then it showed me like, say, like a 8-pack of greeting cards, and I had to do the whole design process again. So that was just a bit of a bother, to be honest. I couldn't actually transfer any designs over to other products, but however, it's done now, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, overall I would recommend Printify if you are, you know, looking to do print on demand products and just to have something that will make your products for you. Really, I do think it is a good service. I'm quite impressed. I'm quite impressed with the variety and just, you know, the suppliers being in the UK, which would be a big help to me. You know, with the cost of shipping to my customers, you know, you want to give your customers the best products and you want to give them the best experience on your online store. I am quite impressed with Printify, and I will be using it in the future to create the greeting cards, which you will hopefully see on my online store. And yeah, I need to take a breath because that was a lot of talking. And with the tote bags, I was able to create a lot of different designs. So I took a lot of my designs from like previous printables that are live on my store. For example, the Fruits of the Holy Spirit printables, I took like the fruit design and then I put it on the tote bag, and that was super easy to do. And then it just made the tote bag look unique and cool and just very aesthetically pleasing. So yeah, if you are into more minimal sort of painterly tote bags, do check out the collection on my online store. And I also have a few more of the biblically accurate angel tote bags on my store, with the likes of the one I showed you previously, and then another one with the seraphim, the more updated printable design that is on the tote bag. So yeah, overall I am quite impressed with Printify, and I will be using it in the future. And yeah, I have not a bad word to say about it so far. And if you are on Etsy or if you are on Shopify, and if you are looking to get into that product creation that you don't have to do anything really, I would recommend Printify for your online store. And this video is not sponsored, by the way. All these samples come from my own pocket and my own money, and yeah, this is not sponsored. But if Printify or Shopify, if you do want to sponsor me, let me know. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope this video was of value and useful to you. And yeah, I hope you give this video a wee thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.